Let's walk 10 kilometers someday. What do you say?
10 kilometers?
Chinmay, I had the best idea ever. I'm going to walk 10 kilometers.
Oh my god, if you do this, I'll have to make my own f***ing game.
तन्वी, what's wrong with you? 10 किलोमीटर यहाँ से मतलब नानी जी का घर, कमर की वाट लग जाएगी।
बैकएक जो है उसका कहीं ज़्यादा इफेक्ट तो नहीं करने लगेगा।
I was not gonna let this discourage me, but I knew that backache was gonna be a problem for me. So I decided to speak with Sneha, who's a physiotherapist. She has treated me and trained me in the past for my perpetual lower backache.
I'm not trying to discourage you from it, but ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए कि start कर दिया और बंद किया. You'll start tiring out.
But I was not gonna give up. So when I started, I was used to walking at max 2 or 3 kilometers a day. And day 1 was no different. Not only was I tired by the time I hit 2.5 kilometers, I also got painful blisters. इतने सारे छाले हो गए हैं।
किधर हुआ दिखाओ?
देखो इधर। I made a rookie mistake. I should have worn proper shoes. I chose against it because it rains a lot in Goa. जूते ही डालने पड़ेंगे अब. And that day, it took me 40 minutes to walk all of 2.5 kilometers. So for day 2, lesson learned, shoes donned. Goal, hit 4K. But I felt a little adventurous. So I started walking through the field that is visible from my window. And I was sure to find some very beautiful views there. Even buffaloes sitting through the field, lazing around. What I didn't know was that this field becomes a swamp in monsoon, leaving only one straight path in and out of the field. As I started walking on this path, I realized that there was one buffalo waiting for me in the middle of the path and 2 at the exit. So I had to tread through water-filled field with my sports shoes on. And while I did complete the goal of walking 4 kilometers that day, I slept like a baby through the day. So on day 2, I took 1.5 hours to walk 4.12 kilometers. On day 3, the goal was to hit 6K. And after having already gotten drenched on day 2, I decided to wear polythene over my socks, only to find my foot is wet again despite the fact that I am wearing shoes with polythene. As you can see, it's raining a lot. And I did not anticipate what walking in heavy rains can do to you. It's nature saying, "F you, Tanvi, you can't do this. I'm going to squash over all of your efforts every minute of this walk, and let's see if you still got it." With the rain in your face, you're sure to wonder what you're even doing. And as if that wasn't enough, car splashing water over your face is definitely going to make you ask yourself, am I stupid for walking for 2 hours in this heavy rain? Does it make any sense whatsoever? Why am I doing this? I certainly did not complete my goal of 6K despite walking for 1 hour 45 minutes. And instead, I came back home more wet and more defeated. On day 4, my most important goal was to not feel bummed out even when it rains. Hence the entry of my most favorite companion, dear husband. And maybe, hit 6K if it happens like I'd planned for day 3. But even though it didn't rain a lot, I only clocked 5 kilometers in 1.5 hours and developed the case of aching glutes and lower back. Initially, I had thought that I would take 2 walks a day, 5 kilometers each. But I don't think I was quite ready to hit 5 kilometers twice a day. So I had to get to 10 kilometers in one walk. So if 5 kilometers currently takes 1.5 hours, 10 kilometers at that rate would take 3 hours. I think if I increase my speed, I can do this in 2 hours. So, a quick search reveals the basics of speed walking. Swing your arms while keeping your arm bent at 90-degree angle. Keep your eyes forward, looking 20 feet ahead. Shrug once and let your shoulders fall and relax. Keep your abdominal muscles engaged and firm and tight. Think of being tall. Don't make your strides longer than they need to be. The power and speed in your step will come from getting a good push off with your rear leg. So the goal for day 5 was to increase my speed from 3.5 kilometers an hour to 5 kilometers an hour. And even though I forgot that my glutes and lower back were an issue, Dr. Sneha certainly didn't.
Sneha texted you, go easy today.
But I had to be thankful for the sun's cameo. And the sun is here! And do what I could while it was still merciful. So I progressed that day, closely observing my pace, not caring about my backache, while trying to stay at an average speed of 5 kilometers an hour with the help of my improved posture. And finally, I hit my goal. I walked 5 kilometers in 55 minutes. That's less than an hour. I was taking 1.5 hours to do this earlier, and now here I am. So the goal today is to hit at this speed of 5 kilometers an hour, 7.5 in 1.5 hours. Let's do this. But I was met with far greater joys than that of just hitting the goal on day 6. My siblings joined me. We paused for Poliv at the beach, and then we paused again for breakfast. And the biggest one of them all, even when it rained, I had my team supporting me throughout. It was only 2 days ago that I was considering why am I even doing this. And now, not only did I walk 7 kilometers, but also I was having fun doing it. On day 7, it was a no joke challenge. The goal for today is to hit 8 kilometers in 1.5 hours without any breaks. My feet are already hurting and we've just begun our walk. On day 6, I did 7.5 kilometers in about 1.5 hours. However, this 1.5 hour was split across various breaks and various intervals. Today, however, I have to get to 8 kilometers in 1.5 hours without any breaks. But in the beginning itself, I wanted to take some. And my feet are hurting. And it's only been 20 minutes. I am what you call a flat foot person. The better way to remember this, I walk like a penguin. Why is that a problem, you might ask? Let me explain. Most people stand like this, with their feet arched, and not like this. This arch is what makes you stand taller, straighter, and without slouching, hence ensuring that you don't get lower backache, glute ache, or even heel pain. Can you make your feet flat?
Flat. Nope.
So when I came back home,
Chalo.
every inch of the muscle that called itself my feet was hurting like crazy. Be it my arches, my heels, or literally every part of my feet. I have to pat my back though. I finished 8 kilometers in 1 hour 31 minutes without any breaks, just like I had planned. Now, I'm only 2 kilometers short of my goal of 10 kilometers. But the question is, can I even walk anymore? So the days that followed needed me to take a complete break and rest my heels. And then continue with mini walks of 2 to 3 kilometers for a couple of days and sometimes go for a 5 or a 7k walk. I think I've done enough training now. Now is the time to test it. So I bought some replenishments and was on my way. My goal for the day? 10k. Plan is to go to Rajbagh beach directly from my house and come back to where my siblings are waiting for me. The best part is that it just rained right now, like 10 minutes ago, and now it's so bright and shiny. The sun is so beautiful. Just the perfect weather, I thought to myself, accompanied by just the perfect companion. And look who's here. Say hi. And soon, by the time we reached the beach, this lovely weather turned into tiring, draining, and sweat-inducing heat. So we have done like 4 kilometers now. Left with 6, trying my best to handle the flat feet problems. But the best part was that my feet weren't hurting like they were the last time I did 8k. Maybe because of all the training, and maybe because of the improved posture, that is walking straighter and not like a penguin. Even with the heat, my energy was unfazed. And since the direct path to my brother's place wouldn't be 6 kilometers, I started venturing into more foresty paths, which began a series of encounters with these 4-legged animals, and some more at the Patnam beach, and even on roads. And with this, okay, so ab 7.5 ho gaya. Whatever pain that we have is very tolerable. It's almost as if it's not there. And maybe just 10 minutes later, I take my words back. I'm very tired. Kitna bacha hai?
9.2 abhi.
So reaching the goal post of 10 kilometers felt nothing short of a victory. And as always, my cutie crossed the finish line with me. So this is how I, a flat-foot person and a couch potato, took on the challenge of walking 10 kilometers in 2 hours and 2 minutes.